The next thing to engage is your heart. It says, keep them in the midst of thine heart. Say, keep them in the midst of thine heart. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. The midst of thine heart. The midst of thine heart. Say, the midst of thine heart. So, I spoke about eating the word of God through hearing, through seeing. Now, it is going to be through the heart. Meditation. When we talk about the heart, we're talking about meditation. Okay? Through meditation. Now, I remember mentioning a verse in Matthew chapter 13 that I want us to look at. Let's look at it in Matthew chapter 13. I'm going to preach, I think, the most important message I've ever preached to you. Okay? I preached this years ago, about 5 years ago, and I titled it Meditation. I preached about the heart. Very important. I think it's a very important message. Very important things are done in a very ordinary way. It's very important. That's what I'm telling you. Matthew chapter 13, verse 13. It says, therefore speak I unto them in parables, because they seeing, see not. Okay? They what? Seeing, see not. What is Jesus saying? It means that to see in the spirit, you need to see with your physical eyes. He says, they seeing, see not. And hearing, they hear not. They were hearing Jesus speak. They were seeing Jesus talk. But they could not see what was behind what he was saying. And they could not hear what was behind what he was saying. Do you understand? Meaning that to see the word of God and to hear the word of God, spiritually speaking, because I mentioned how that as you look at it physically, something spiritual happens. You get it? If you don't look at it physically, the spiritual side will not be activated. And that's what Jesus is trying to say here. He says, they see, they see not. They hearing, they hear not. Why? Because the eyes of the understanding is darkened. How come? Because they can't see physically. The seeing physically and the seeing spiritually, there's something that has been chopped off. It's not connected. But thank God for the new life. When you become born again, the seeing physically does something to you spiritually. As you look at the word of God physically like this, it ministers to the eyes of your understanding. And I spoke about the spirit of wisdom and revelation and knowledge of God, isn't it? Yeah. It says, neither do they understand. Next verse, verse 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which said, by hearing you shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is wax gross. These people's hearts is wax. This is introducing the heart into the thing. These people's hearts is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes. Are you saying it? Lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart. Three things: eyes, ears, heart. It says, and should be converted, and I should heal them. So the means of getting the information to your heart is through seeing, hearing, and then it gets to your heart. If you don't see and hear, it cannot get to your heart. The only way the thing can get to your heart is through seeing and hearing, physically speaking.